But let's just be here. We're fine. Did you move from somewhere like I see Durban and Cape Town, but did you move to Cape Town at some point like that? You were living somewhere else? Come on up, let's be friends. He's gonna do a spoken word, I can tell. There's beatboxing that's about to happen.
Hello, first, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry, I wasn't in the room, I was with my wife and my baby in the mother's room. Apologies. Yes, I was called...
Don't tell us. Just, did you move to Cape Town?
Yes, Somerset West.
Did you have a bunch of words about it?
Did I have a?
Prophecies about it?
Yes.
And did you feel like a shift from entertainment into the worship thing to go there? Is that one of the main reasons?
That followed shortly after I went to Somerset West.
So I found myself when I was watching him worship, and I'll say it to you directly, I found myself in a vision of a house in Cape Town that I feel like you guys own. Do you own a house in Cape Town?
We did, then things happened.
Sure.
We don't own it, but we live in it at the moment. We trust in God that we will own it again.
And did you redo it? Did you remodel it?
Yeah,
Okay.
completely. Yeah.
So I felt like your house is a parable. And I feel like God sent you to Cape Town because he wanted to assign you into not just the entertainment mountain, but the church mountain. And I feel like he's giving you a voice in both. I don't feel like you're leaving one for the other. I feel like you're gonna be shocked. And part of the reason why you're not leaving one for the other is because I know you have a baby, because I saw the baby. Do you have two other boys?
3 boys and a girl.
Okay, the girl is
The girl.
okay. So you have 3 boys and a girl. And I felt like God was saying, one of the reasons why you're not leaving the entertainment mountain is because some of your kids are called to creativity and entertain. And I feel like God has moved your family to Cape Town prophetically. So you did get prophetic words about going to Cape Town.
Yeah. Yes.
And it was around like 2012?
13.
2013?
Yeah.
And he gave you guys words because he wanted to move you into a destiny for your whole family. And I saw the house as a parable. It's interesting that, there's some level of ownership and then something happened, whatever. There's about to be a grace, a gift package to be able to fully occupy and own that. As a sign to you about the season that you're in. And the Father, this is not Heinz, the worship leader, musician, entertainer. This is Heinz the Father. And he's giving you a father's house to be a father. And he's also making you a father in a house. So it's a church you're involved in, and I feel like the Lord's saying that he is, you've tried a lot of things, and you've had mixed results, but you've kept your faith, and I feel like God's showing me that you're about to hit a stride of blessing. It's like he withheld some of the success you'll have in this time, in your later time, because he wanted it to be a family affair, and he wanted it to be as a father, not as a young person. As a young person, I don't know when I was going to say American Idol, but South African Idol was that they said, but it felt like it was a long time ago.
2002.
Okay, so it was a long time ago. And he could have given you what you thought was going to come in fullness then, but he withheld it so that it would be a family promise. And he withheld it so that you could have a voice to write songs as a mature person of love versus somebody who didn't fully know themselves. And so I feel like he wanted to really encourage you because you're emerging into faith for something again that is really hard to believe for because of some of the mixture of what didn't happen before. But I feel like he's saying, align yourself to full faith, not just for yourself, but for your family, for your household. And as a sign, it's going to help you with your house. And as another sign, it's going to help you with some sort of recording project that's a crossover project. It's both. I feel like a Lauren Daigle thing. It's the greater market, not just the church Christian market. And I feel like God's going to help you with this. And I feel like he's saying your voice isn't limited to your country. Your voice isn't limited to your nation. So I'm just going to pray for you. Jesus, we thank you for this family. I thank you for these children, these 4 children, God, that you had purposed in your heart from the beginning of time, that they would be the things that he and his wife find the most joy in, and that both their careers and their ministries are going to be huge. That you are having him raise up a household of leaders and voices. And I pray, Lord, that in this season that there would be a shift and a transition, that you bring every provision for the vision of family, and that they would be a miraculous household of provision, of favor, social capital of others, emotional and spiritual creativity, God, that you would just bless this household, that the boys would all start to walk into a new measure of who they're supposed to be right now, even though they're little, that there would be identification of creativity, identification of genius that's inside of them. And Lord, that you would give them a message from the household that would hit the church. That you would give them songs from the household that would hit the airwaves. In Jesus' name, bless you.